Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is not a strategy you'll find in books. It's not an indicator. It's not a shortcut. But if you understand it, it will feel like a cheat code. They used to call him a legend, a man who could read the market like a story, not numbers. But here's what most people get wrong. It wasn't his entries that made him rich. It was his patience. You see, most traders wake up every day with one goal: to make money today. And that right there is the first mistake, because the market doesn't pay you daily, it pays you when you deserve it. Now understand this. The idea of daily profits is dangerous, not because it's impossible, but because it forces you to trade, even when you shouldn't. And that's how accounts slowly die, one unnecessary trade at a time. But the real cheat code is knowing when not to trade. That's right. The edge is not in activity, it's in selectivity. Most traders take 10 trades a day. A professional might take one, and sometimes none, because they're not chasing money. They're waiting for an opportunity. Now, let's go deeper. The market moves in cycles: expansion, pullback, continuation, or reversal. But emotional traders don't see cycles. They see candles, they see movement, and they react. But Livermore, he waited. He waited for the moment when the market revealed its hand, because he understood something powerful. Money is not made in the middle. It's made at the right moment. So, what is this cheat code? It's simple. Trade less, but trade better. Wait for alignment, direction, structure, timing. When all three align, that's when you strike, not before. Now here's where discipline comes in, because waiting is hard. Doing nothing feels wrong. It feels like you're missing out, but you're not. You're protecting your capital, and capital is your weapon. Without it, you're finished. So instead of chasing profits daily, focus on protecting your account daily. Because if you protect your downside, the upside will take care of itself. Now let's talk execution. When the setup comes, you don't hesitate. You don't overthink. You act. Because you've already done the thinking. You've already waited. Now it's time to execute. Clean, precise, controlled. And here's the key. You don't need a big move. Small, consistent wins beat random big wins every time. Because consistency builds confidence, and confidence removes emotion. And when emotion is gone, clarity appears. Now here's the truth most traders ignore. There is no cheat code in trading, but there is an illusion of one when you master yourself. Because once you control your behavior, the market becomes simpler. Not easy, but clear. You stop forcing trades. You stop chasing losses. You stop gambling. And that's when everything changes. So if you want daily profits, stop trying to make money every day. Start trying to make good decisions every day. Because profits are just the result of that. And those who understand this don't just win once, they win over and over again. Script 2: why you're always late in trading and how to fix it. Let me tell you something. You're not unlucky. You're not cursed. And the market is not against you. But you are late. Every time. You enter right after the move. You buy when it's already high. You sell when it's already low. And then the market reverses. And you're left wondering, how does this keep happening? It's not random. It's psychological. You see, most traders don't act on opportunity. They act on confirmation. And by the time confirmation feels safe, the move is already over. Because the market rewards anticipation, not reaction. But here's the problem. Anticipation requires confidence, and confidence requires experience. So beginners wait. They wait for perfect confirmation. They wait for everything to align, but perfection doesn't exist. And while they wait, the market moves. And when they finally enter, it's too late. Now here's the truth. The best entries feel uncomfortable, not reckless, but uncomfortable. Because you're entering before the crowd, before the breakout, before the move becomes obvious. And that requires trust, not in the market, but in your process. Now let's fix this. Step 1, stop chasing candles. A big candle is not a signal. It's a result. And if you enter after the result, you're already behind. Step 2, focus on location. Where is price? Is it at support, resistance, a key level? Because entries don't come from movement, they come from position. Step 3. Reduce your need for confirmation. You don't need 5 signals. You need one clear reason. Because too much confirmation creates hesitation, and hesitation creates late entries. Step 4. Accept risk. This is the hardest part, because entering early means you might be wrong, but that's okay, because your stop loss protects you, and small losses are the cost of precision. Now understand this: being early is better than being late, because early entries have small risk, late entries have large risk, and over time, that difference destroys accounts. So if you want to fix your timing, stop waiting for certainty. Start trusting probability, because the market doesn't reward those who wait the longest. It rewards those who act at the right moment. Script 3, the discipline formula that turns losing traders into consistent winners. There's a moment in every trader's journey where everything feels confusing, nothing works, every strategy fails, every trade feels random, and you start to believe maybe this isn't for you. But that moment is not the end, it's the beginning, because what you're experiencing is not failure, it's exposure. Exposure to the truth that trading is not about strategy, it's about discipline. You see, most traders are looking for a formula, a system, a secret, something that guarantees success. But the real formula is much simpler and much harder. It's this: do the same thing the same way every single time. No exceptions, no emotions, no shortcuts, because consistency creates results. Now let's break it down. Step 1, define your edge. Not 10 strategies, not 5 indicators, one setup. Clear, simple, repeatable. Step 2, define your risk. How much will you lose if you're wrong? Because losses are guaranteed, but uncontrolled losses are optional. Step 3, follow your rules, not when it's easy, but when it's hard, when you feel fear, when you feel doubt. That's when rules matter most. Step 4, detach from outcomes. One trade doesn't matter. 10 trades don't matter. What matters is the process, because over time, the process will. Nice. Step 5, review yourself, not the market, yourself, your decisions, your mistakes, your discipline, because improvement comes from awareness. Now here's the truth. Discipline is not natural. It's built, trade by trade, decision by decision, until one day you realize something. You're no longer emotional. You're no longer reactive. You're in control. And that's when consistency begins. Because in trading, the goal is not to win big. It's to lose small and win consistently. And only disciplined traders can do that. So if you're tired of losing, stop searching for a better strategy. Start becoming a better trader. Because in the end, the market rewards one thing: consistency. And consistency is built on discipline. The one habit that separates profitable traders from everyone else. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is not complicated. It's not a secret strategy. It's not a hidden indicator. In fact, most traders already know it, but they don't follow it. And that is why they fail. You see, there is one habit, just one, that separates profitable traders from everyone else. Not intelligence, not experience, not even strategy, just one habit. And it's this: they do exactly what they plan to do, no matter how they feel. That's it. Simple to understand, but incredibly difficult to execute. Because trading is not a technical game, it's an emotional one. Every time you open a trade, you are not just facing the market. You are facing yourself, your fear, your greed, your impatience. And most traders lose that battle, not because they don't know what to do, but because they don't do it. Let me show you how it happens. You sit down, you analyze the chart, you find a clean setup. Everything makes sense. You define your entry, your stop loss, your target. For a moment, you are disciplined. But then, the trade starts moving, and suddenly, everything changes. Price pulls back, and fear kicks in. What if I'm wrong? Maybe I should close early. So you exit, small loss or tiny profit, and then The market moves exactly where you predicted. But now, you're out, and frustration begins. So the next time, you hesitate less. You enter again. But this time, the trade goes against you. And instead of following your plan, you hold, you move your stop loss, you hope. Because now, you don't want to be wrong. Again, and just like that, a small controlled loss turns into a big one. This cycle repeats again and again. Not because your strategy is bad, but because your behavior is inconsistent. You see, winning traders are not special. They don't have magical systems. They simply follow rules even when it feels uncomfortable, especially when it feels uncomfortable, because they understand something most traders don't. Feelings are temporary, but decisions have consequences. Now think about this. If you followed your plan on every single trade, what would happen? Some trades would lose. Of course, that's part of the game. But those losses would be small, controlled, expected. And your winning trades would be allowed to reach their full potential. No early exits, no emotional interference, just execution. And over time, that creates consistency. But consistency requires discipline, and discipline requires trust. Not in the market, but in your system. Because the moment you stop it, trusting your plan, you start trusting your emotions. And emotions are unreliable. They change with every candle, every tick, every movement. But your plan doesn't. Your plan is built on logic, on structure, on probability. And that's what gives you an edge. Now here's the hard truth. You don't need a better strategy. You need better execution. Because a simple strategy, executed perfectly, will always outperform a complex strategy, executed emotionally, every time. So how do you build this habit? You start small. You commit to one rule. I will follow my plan on the next trade. Not forever. Not for the next 100 trades. Just the next one. And then you do it again. One trade at a time. Because discipline is not built in theory. It's built in action. Now understand this clearly. There will be moments where following your plan feels wrong. You will want to close early. You will want to move your stop. You will want to chase a trade. And in those moments, you have a choice. Follow it. Your emotions or follow your rules. And that choice will define your future. Because in trading, success is not about what you know. It's about what you do when it matters most. So if you feel stuck right now, if you feel like nothing is working, don't change your strategy, change your behavior. Because the difference between losing and winning is not knowledge, it's discipline. And once you build that one habit, everything changes. Your confidence grows, your losses shrink, your profits stabilize. Not overnight, but steadily, quietly, powerfully, until one day you realize something. You're no longer guessing, you're executing. You're no longer emotional, you're in control. And that is when you become profitable. Not because you found the perfect strategy, but because you became the kind of trader who follows through every time.